I didn't know I was back onto it till pretty much sunset finished. It was pretty stressful at the end there. I had a really good year actually. I was in the top 15 from pretty much the first event. But I was just up and down inside that top 15 the whole year, and towards the end of the year I started slipping down, which was a bit stressful. And I got a little result in the Canary Islands just before Hawaii, which kind of put me up there, and I was looking good. And then in sunset they kept on running the event when it was small and all the wrong people started getting through. So I started crapping myself, but yeah, it got big again and all the right people started getting through again, and yeah, I snuck in at 13th, and I probably would have necked myself if I didn't make it, because I was in the top 15 the whole year, and to lose out in the last event would have been a bit heavy. So yeah, I'm still here though. Yeah, I know a lot of people going into Hawaii were trying to tell me I was fine and I was safe, but I've been doing it for a while. I know I've seen a lot of guys' hearts broken. Some of my good friends have gone in there thinking they've made it, and they miss out by 1 or 2 spots. So I definitely wasn't under any illusion that I was in for sure. So yeah, I was stressing already from a long time before, which probably wasn't a good thing, because yeah, you can't really perform when you're like that. But luckily I'd done most of the job during the year, so yeah, I'm back on, stoked. Yeah, no, I've actually been getting a lot of compliments about my surfing lately, but I still lost first heat. But I suppose it's better than losing first heat and everyone saying that you need to change stuff. So yeah, I think over the last year and a bit, especially when I had to do the QS stuff, I started training heaps. I've been in the gym every single day when I'm at home, and I've got a personal trainer and doing a lot of film work and working really hard on my boards, trying to get my boards right. And yeah, so I think I'm just trying to get the full package going and sand off all the rough edges, you know. So it's been working. I'm feeling stronger than ever, and I actually feel like I'm surfing really well. I just need to get through some heats. Yeah, pretty much go to the gym every day, and most of the stuff I'm doing there is all on the ball. I do probably like 20-30 minutes cardio on the bike, treadmill, and then just get on the ball and on the half ball, and all balance work with very, very light weights. Yeah, all just core work, and it's definitely helped me out huge. I used to have a lot of problems, knee, hip and back problems. I think it's just because of the way I surf, and I don't have that at all anymore, and body feels amazing. So yeah, I recommend it. It's a full unitard with just like a zip here in the front and the back, so that like in between sessions I can just run off to the toilet. Because I wear it all day, not just for gym. Yeah, new quickie unitard, get it. Board riders near you. But yeah, it's cool. It's a bunch of piers, like 3 or 4 long piers that jut out, and those actually make the banks, because the sand runs out next to them, and we've got sickest little right and left peaks going towards and away from the piers, so it's insane. And then there's a little beach, and then right behind it there's a full promenade, and they're just doing a full beach upgrade right now, and there's going to be a whole bunch of restaurants and clubs and shit on the beach. It's going to be crazy, and for the World Cup, and they just put a massive brand new stadium, the best stadium I've ever seen in my life there, right behind the beachfront, which is going to be crazy for the World Cup. And yeah, it's just the full skyscrapers right on the ocean. Like there's just a non-stop war going on between the fishermen and the surfers in Durban. Those fishermen just don't get it. There'll be 100 surfers in the water, and there'll be 3 of them on the pier, and they can't understand why they shouldn't throw their sinkers and their hooks straight at you. One of my good friends, Brandon, got hooked the other day. Got caught. I just started reeling him in. It's pretty classic. Yeah, I've got 2 brothers. Their names are Ryan and Dane. I'm the middle brother. Ryan's the oldest, Dane's the youngest. And yeah, Ryan actually started surfing before all of us. I was playing cricket and soccer and every sport you can think of, except rugby. Rugby's crap. And yeah, so then he got me into surfing, and they're both actually really good. Dane, my younger brother, was way better than me when we were younger. He was amazing. But he got a whole bunch of injuries and didn't like traveling. He would have killed it on tour. And Ryan was also really good. He was actually an Olympic swimmer. So we're a pretty sporty family. We never really got toys. We just played sport the whole time. Now you need odds. Until I was 17 when I finished matric. because my mom was just made sure that I had to finish my trick, even though I didn't want to. I wanted to be a pro surfer. I was only allowed to surf on weekends. So from 13 to 17, I only surfed on weekends. Yeah, I went from just being like a little frother stoked on development, and then I was like going for SA titles. So it was pretty crazy, and then got some sponsors, and next minute I knew like if you'd told me when I was 15 that I was going to be doing the tour in 2 years time, I would have laughed my head off, because it wasn't even on my mind, not even close. And then I was like in France sleeping at railway stations next to broken beer bottles a couple months later. It was super glamorous. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I got into it. I was traveling with four mates, and we decided to we had to spend a night in London on the way to France from Newquay, and we woke up in the morning and my two other mates, while we were sleeping, decided they wanted to fly back home. They were overdoing the rest of the QSs. So me and my other mate woke up, we had no rental car, they'd taken it. So we had to catch buses across London. We got to the airport and we'd missed our flights, and they told us there were no flights for 3 days. You have to catch trains all the way to France. So I ended up sleeping in a couple of railway stations on the way. That was like my first 2 weeks on tour. It was heavy. I was crying on the phone home. It sucked. Did a couple of events in France, didn't do so good, and then we got down to Spain, and I had Spain and Portugal, and then I kind of started coming alive and finding my feet, and I got a couple of really big results. I was super stoked for my first year. And then after the next year, sponsors gave me a little bit more money, and I was able to do a couple more events. So got to go to Oz as well, and started moving up in the ratings. And I think in the following year I was in line to qualify, and then I was coming after the Mr. Price Pro, like the halfway mark, I was coming like 11th or something, and then I got my first knee injury and I missed the rest of the year. So, and that's when, yeah, after that I knew I could do it if I put my mind to it. The year of tour was pretty gnarly. A lot of hard work on the ground, but it was all worthwhile in the end, and frothing to be back, the fire seems to be back, and I'm just excited to get the ball rolling, get back to some of my favorite events, bells and J-Bay and trestles, yeah, so frothing.